Welcome to Flip Lesson 54 for the 5th grade. Today we're looking at dividing by multiples of 10. So we're looking at numbers like 40 and 30 and 50 and different things like that. So let's go right into our example. It says it's 4 staff with a screen concert set of chairs for 530 participants. Each row had 40 chairs except the last row. How many complete rows of chairs are in the arrangement? Second, how many chairs are in the last row? So we have this division problem before you. So we're going to go about solving this. So we're going to look at 40 and we're going to say, okay, I can look at my 40 and I can say how many times does 40 go into 5? Of course that would be 0. Now how many times does 40 go into 53? Which of course would be 1. 1 times 40 is 40. And I subtract, I get this 90. Now, how many times does 40 go into 132? Now, if I multiply by a one-digit number, I know that a one-digit number times 40 is going to be 0, right? Anything 5 times 0, 3 times 0, doesn't matter. Now I can look at this idea. As I look at the 13, how many times does 4 go into 13? And that would be an easy 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. And so, very quickly, I have determined how 40 goes into 132. And then I can subtract, and I can get 12, which of course comes. So, in the end, how many complete rows did we get? We got 13 complete rows. And second question, we're going to say that there are 12 chairs that are in the last row. Right? So most of the 13 rows have 40, the last row only has what? So we have that. Let's try another one. It says Mr. Lyon has a cherry tree grove of 28 trees that produces 885 pounds of cherries each year. Estimate the average number of pounds of cherries produced by each. So the first thing we're going to do is estimate. Okay. Round, and we can easily see that these numbers can be rounded to numbers like this. So now, then we can divide. 30 goes into 9, 0 times 30 goes into 90, 3 times 30 is 90, which gives us a 0, but we still have the 0 left over, and so we're going to throw a 0 down there. And so in the end, our answer would be about 30. Finally, our last example, here we're dealing with money, right? We see Skip bought 20 donuts for a total price of $12.20. What was the cost of one donut? So I'm going to put my $12.20, I'm going to divide that by 20. Okay. We're dealing with money. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put the decimal straight up so that we know exactly where things should go. 20 goes into 1, 0 times. 20 goes into 12, 0 times. 20 goes into, now let's ignore the decimal, and let's just look at this as one whole number. 1, 2, 2, 122. How many times does 20 go into 122? Right, if I think about multiplying by a single digit, right? By multiplying that, I'm going to start with a 0. And now I compare the 2 to the 12, which is going to give me a 6, right? So 6 times 0 equals 0. 6 times 2 equals 12. And so now I'm subtracting 122 from 120. Extend the page, which gives me an answer of 2. Bring down to 0. 20. How many times does 20 go into 20? That would be 1 time. And in the end, we see that the donuts cost 61 cents. So we have that. Alright, that is our look at dividing by multiples of 10. Here are some sample problems to get you on your board.